Who's our reader? Perfect. All right, so I can go ahead and step up for me. So what's the first box gonna say?
Box 95, inspect soft tissues, bones, and joints of the upper extremities. Include posterior upper extremities.
Okay, so take a look at everything. As you look anteriorly and posteriorly. And then once you've examined everything, I'm going to say,
Shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingers are symmetrically aligned without fistulations. Atrophy,
atrophy.
thank you, scarring, swelling, tremors, or deformities bilaterally.
Perfect. What's the next box? That's the
96.
next section.
96. Palpate the soft tissues, bones, joints of shoulder, SC joint, clavicle, AC joint, scapula, someone help me out, occipital groove, humerus.
So remember, so you want to start here. SC joint, walk it out, clavicle, right, come out. AC, look for those notches. AC joints, scapula. Remember, come, make sure, now turn around. Make sure that you palpate along the whole bone. See, right here, I can grab it. Make sure you grab all of that. Palpate around the spine, and then make sure you palpate across the entire scapula. And then you're gonna do the same thing on the same side. Spine, right here, I can grab it. And go across the whole scapula. Turn back around. Bicipital groove in between the greater and lesser tubercles there. So what I do is I like to move around, find it, and he's got some pretty cool adult toys.
You should feel it pop.
But I can feel it pop when I'm moving around. So bicipital groove.
And every bold term that you see here, you're verbalizing those terms. So anything that you see in bold, you're gonna say it. So just as he was saying, SC joint, clavicle, you're gonna say all of those words as you're palpating that joint, so that that landmark, so that we know you know what you're touching.
Absolutely. So once you get to the bicipital groove, the next is what? Humerus. So then humerus, and then you're gonna go down the whole arm. Make sure you encapsulate the whole arm. Okay. And I say?
Verbalize locations as you palpate.
Correct.
No bony enlargements, masses, tenderness, or soft tissue swelling bilaterally.
So the acronym we use for that is BMATs. Put that down, that way you can commit that to memory, so you know when you get to that portion, you know, BMTs, not BMATs. Enlargement, masses, tenderness, or swelling, soft tissue swelling.
So you have to say this after every single one?
After you name each spot, SC, clavicle, AC, scapula, bicipital groove.
It's bilateral.
Yes, bicipital groove, humerus, then you say all that, blah, 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 bilaterally.
And what you can do, so they're standing, right? So you can do SC joint, clavicles, AC, right? And then come down here and do one side and then the other side. So you're not going back and forth. So once you get here to the AC, then you're coming around, palpating the scapula, then you're coming around here, and then palpating the bicipital groove, and you come down here, palpating the humerus. Then you can go on this side, scapula, bicipital groove, humerus.
Block
That'll just
97.
save you time.
Yes, block 97.
97. Assess active range of motion of the shoulder. Flexion, extension, abduction, adduction, internal rotation, external rotation.
Okay, so this is where, go ahead and take a step forward for me. Once again, like I said, this is the one you can be in front. So raise your arms up for me. Bring them back down to the bottom. Take your left arm and then move it across. Put it down. Same with the right arm, move it across. And bring it down. This is your adduction, right? So you did your flexion and then your adduction. Now for here, everything here on out, you need to be looking at the back. Okay, so I want you to have your hands out like so. And I want you to raise them up above your head, make sure they touch. So that's your abduction. Okay, now bring them back down. Now, What's the next one after abduction?
Internal rotation.
Internal rotation. So then take the arm. I want you to take your right arm, put up your back like so, as far as you can go, and then do the same with the other side. Very good. Come down to the side. Bring your arms down to the side like so. Make sure your elbows are touching inside, and then I want you to open up like a book. And you're gonna make sure you come back and take a look at the shoulder blades, right? Come back down to your neutral position, and then that's all of them.
Full active range of motion without pain bilaterally.
Okay. What's the next box?
Evaluate muscle strength of shoulder, flexion, extension, abduction, adduction.
Okay. So, press against me. Pull back. Very good. Make sure you're above the elbows. Press in. Press out.
Shoulder strength, blank out of 5 bilaterally.
So at this point, he has full strength. So full strength, shoulder strength is 5 out of 5 bilaterally.
Palpate the soft tissues, bones, joints of elbow, medial epicondyle, lateral epicondyle, ulnacron, ulnar nerve, joint spaces, forearm.
So when you come to the elbow, so medial epicondyle, lateral epicondyle, right? For those bones. What's the next one? Ocanon.
Ocanon?
Ocanon's here in the back. Ocanon. Ulnar nerve is next.
Yes.
Ulnar nerve,
Joint spaces
joint spaces,
and forearm.
and then forearm. And then you would do the same thing on the opposite side. Medial epicondyle, lateral epicondyle, olecranon, ulnar nerve, joint spaces, and then forearm.
No bony enlargements, masses, tenderness, or soft tissue swelling bilaterally.
Okay.
Assess active range of motion of the elbow, flexion, extension, supination, pronation.
All right, so now you want to get in front of your patient. All right, so I want you to go ahead, flex your arms all the way up, extend them all the way down. Come back to your neutral position. It's like you have 2 bowls of soup. Lift them out, fill them back up, back out one more time, fill it back up. Because I'm looking at both arms as I'm at one time. And then I say,
Full active range of motion without pain bilaterally.
okay.
Evaluate muscle strength, elbow strength, blank out of 5 bilaterally.
So when testing the elbow strength, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do what first?
Put your hand.
We're gonna brace, right? So we're gonna brace. All right, sir, lift up against my hand. Lift up against my hand.
Okay.
And then do the same thing on the next side. Same thing, brace, lift up against my hand, press down. And then
Elbow strength, 5 out of 5 bilaterally.
bilaterally.
So real quick, going back to the shoulder, right? Because he was going here, so he just did strength, right? So he was stabilizing here because we're testing this joint. So when we're testing the shoulder, we don't want him leaning forward and doing that. What you want is kind of have him do that and then lift up, push back. So he's using the shoulder joint and he's not using his whole body. Because if you say lean forward, they're gonna wanna do this, but lift up and then back, because it's flexion extension of the shoulder that you're testing.
Palpate the soft tissues, bones, joints of wrist. Radial stolenoid,
Yeah, styloid.
thank you. Ulnar styloid, carpals, joint spaces, and scaphoid.
All right, so after you come for your forearm, you're gonna palpate, radial styloid, ulnar styloid, carpals, and what's the next one?
Joint spaces,
Joint spaces.
scaphoid.
Put your finger, the thumb up for me. And then see here how he has those 2 ligaments right there that forms a nice little box. That's your snuff box. That's where you want to go ahead and make sure you do your palpation. So in there, thumb up, snuff box. Then
Verbalize locations as you palpate. No bony enlargements, masses, tenderness, or soft swelling, soft tissue swelling bilaterally.
I'm gonna come over here and do the same thing on this side. Down, ulnar styloid, radial styloid, carpals. Put your thumb up. Center this. Joint spaces. Okay. Okay. And then,
Assess active range of motion of the wrist. Extension, flexion, adduction, adduction.
oh, did you say you already said the verbiage?
Yes,
so
sir.
Nobody, okay, so no BMTs afterwards, okay? Now at the range of motion of the wrist, so like so, flex up, flex down, come to your neutral position, in, out, very good.
Full active range of motion without pain bilaterally.
Next up,
Evaluate muscle strength wrist. Flexion, extension.
here you're gonna have the patient form a fist, and then say lift up against my hand, press down against my hand. And then the same thing up here, lift up against my hand, press down against my hand.
Wrist strength 5 out of 5 bilaterally.
Next up,
Palpate the soft tissues, bones, joints of hands and fingers, metacarpals, joint spaces, tendon sheaths, MCP, PIP, DIP, and phalanges.
so this is where the typewriter situation is gonna help out tremendously. So, this way. So, CPs, walk down each one. Right? IP, MCP, 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 phalanges, 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 IP, PIP, 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 phalange, 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 phalanges, phalange, I gotta try to think. DIP, 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 and then phalange, 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 phalange. And he can do the same thing opposite. Purple. Oh yeah, I did forget the attention. Thank you. Good catch. PNCP, phalange, 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 IP, PIP, 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 phalange, 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 DIP, 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 phalange, 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 and then tendon sheaths. And you go back. Now, if you forget to do something on the way, as long as you catch it beforehand, then you're fine. Tendon sheaths, all the way down. And then I would say,
No bony enlargements, masses, tenderness, or soft tissue swelling bilaterally. Assess active range of motion of the hand. Flexion of all finger joints and extension.
okay, so bring your hands up. And I want you to go ahead and close and make a fist. Bring your thumb across. Very good. Now open up your fingers wide. And I would say,
Full active range of motion without pain bilaterally. Evaluate muscle strength of hands. Grip strength, thumb opposition, finger abduction.
okay, so grip strength. Turn sideways. Take my fingers. Try to break them. Strong. Very good. Spread your fingers wide. Do not let me close. Very good. As far as the thumb goes, bend your thumb here and then press against my finger. Anything, press against my finger. Very good. Then,
Hand strength 5 out of 5 bilaterally. Now we move on to the lower extremities.
so go ahead, sir, step out a little bit more. Then, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go walk around, take a look at everything, and then when you come to this bottom part here, go ahead and show me the bottoms of your feet. The next one, thank you. And I would say,
Excellent. Hips, knees, ankles, and toes are symmetrically aligned without fistulations, atrophy, scarring, swelling, tremors, or deformities bilaterally.
very good. What's the next section?
Palpate the soft tissues, bones, and joints of the hips, iliac crest, greater trochanter, and thigh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hop up there. Go ahead and lay down. Okay, so now we're gonna palpate the hips. Yes, I had, you said greater trochanters.
Iliac
Next one.
crest, greater trochanter,
So
and
guys, actually come up, get up here with me. You guys can see.
So those two things that he's palpating, you can do at the same time. So finding the iliac crest, you should be able to feel it,
So
track
this
it
is this
down.
iliac crest, yep, come all the way down. And then the greater trochanters, gonna be your little bumps here. You have to get in there kind of deep, so you feel that, kind of person? Sorry about that. Greater trochanters, you wanna get in there, you can feel those bumps here on the sides of his legs. What's the next one? Thighs?
Thigh.
Thigh. When you do the thigh, make sure you get underneath and then you go up the whole thigh. And the good thing here to do too is say, can you go ahead and roll up your shorts kind of like a bikini? There we go. So we can go ahead and make sure you're palpating the whole thigh. And then make sure you get medial and the lateral and the anterior and the posterior. And then same thing on this side. Make sure you get the thigh.
Verbalize locations as you palpate. No bony enlargements, masses, tenderness, or soft tissue swelling bilaterally.
Okay, so either at crest, greater trochanters, thighs, medial, lateral, anterior, posterior. Got it? Okay. Next.
Assess passive range of motion of hips. Flexion, abduction, adduction, internal rotation, external rotation.
Okay. So this is one where we put our hand underneath their back to help stabilize. And I'm gonna say, sir, please bring your left knee up to your shoulder. Bring it up right there. Now bring the rest of it, bring it all the way up. Very good. Leg release. From here, that's what Captain Washington was saying earlier. Try to do everything on the same side before you switch sides so you're not going back and forth. So from this point on, I'm gonna assess the passive range of motion of adduction and abduction. So what you wanna do is stabilize on the opposite ASIS. Take this hand on this leg. You want to pull all the way out for abduction till you feel the ASIS move, and then you want to go ahead and do the same thing on the inside side for the move. And then now you're going to do this. You're going to bring it up to 90 degrees. Like hold it just like this. Hold on the top or right here by the knees. Have full control. And at the heel, rotate in and rotate out. Then I'll walk around. Do the same thing over on this side. All right, sir. Go ahead and bring your right knee up to your chest. Use your hands to bring it all the rest of the way. Extend it out. Very good. Stabilize ASIS. Grab, pull. You feel? You got a little more room on this one, and then go across. Adduction. Bring it up. 90 degrees. So don't have it down here, but have it up here 90 degrees. Internal rotation. And then I would say,
Full passive range of motion without pain bilaterally. Assess active range of motion of knees.
so this was the one that's kind of in the weird spot. You have to kind of remember. Sir, go ahead and bring your heel up to your butt. Hold it there. Now go ahead and extend it out. To get credit for this, you need to tell them to bring it in and then tell them to bring it out. Right? If you don't keep command or control of that, you won't get the credit for it. And then go ahead and do the same thing with the opposite one. Bring it up to your butt and then extend it out. Very good. And I would say
Full active range of motion without pain bilaterally.
bilaterally. What's next?
Evaluate muscle strength of hips. Flexion, extension, abduction, adduction.
Okay. So for the purposes of this, I'm gonna go ahead and show you this laying down. So abduction, go ahead and press against my hands. Press in. Go ahead and sit up for me. I want you to go ahead and lift up against my hand. Press down. Very good. Lift up and press down. Make sure you do these one at a time when you're doing flexion extension. Abduction and adduction, they can both be done at the same time, but flexion extension, they need to be done one at a time. What did you say?
Hip strength, 5 out of 5 bilaterally.
Okay.
Palpate the soft tissues, bones, and joints of the knee. We're looking at the quadriceps tendon, patella, patellar tendon, tibial tuberosity, joint spaces, hamstring tendons, and palpiteal space.
Okay. So we do it in a nice systematic order. Start with your quadriceps tendon coming down here, and then palpate your patella tendon, your tibial tuberosity. That's that bump, right? Yeah. Then come here. This is you can see this is 90 degrees. This is his joint spaces. Start here. Joint spaces all the way around. His hamstring tendons, you come down here, you can feel those in the back. Make sure you palpate those. And then the popliteal space.
No bony enlargements, masses, tenderness, or soft tissue swelling bilaterally.
So you want to do both. So let's come over here and do the same thing. And down from the quadriceps tendon, down the patella, down the patella tendon to the tibial tuberosity. Come back up 90 degrees right there. This is the joint lines, joint spaces. And then down the hamstring tendons. And then popliteal space.
No bony enlargements, masses, tenderness, or swelling, or soft tissue swelling bilaterally. Evaluate muscle strength of knees.
Okay.
Flexion, extension.
Press against my hands. Pick out. Pull back in. Then I would say,
Knee strength, 5 out of 5 bilaterally. Palpate the soft tissues, bones, and joints of ankles,
okay.
calf, Achilles tendon, joint spaces, medial and lateral malleolus, and the ATFL.
Okay. So we're gonna go calf, right? Achilles tendon. So the Achilles tendon starts up here. Okay, all the way down to the insertion of the calcaneus of the heel, right? Joint spaces. What was the other one? The first one, medial malleolus or lateral malleolus?
Medial.
Medial. So medial malleolus, right? 'Cause that's just tibia. So medial malleolus, lateral malleolus. ATFL is going to be here at the tip of the fib, and then kind of move a little bit more, like 45 degrees right there. That's going to be your ATFL. What was the last one? I missed one.
You did the calf,
I did the calf, yes.
then you got them all.
Okay. And then do the same thing on this side. So calf, Achilles tendon,
Joint spaces,
joint spaces,
medial,
medial malleolus, lateral malleolus, and ATFL.
No bony enlargements, masses, tenderness, or soft tissue swelling bilaterally. Assess active range of motion of the ankles, dorsal flexion, plantar flexion, inversion, and eversion.
Okay, so go ahead and flex your foot up, flex down, come to your neutral position, point your feet in this way, point your feet out this way.
Full active range of motion without pain bilaterally.
And we do both sides first.
Sorry.
Flex your foot up, step down the gas, go in, go out, and then now you would say,
Full range of motion without pain bilaterally.
Question, can we do those at the same time?
you can. It's like a little hard. If you have somebody who's coordinated enough, that's fine.
Evaluate muscle strength of ankles, dorsal flexion, plantar flexion.
So, brace above the ankle, press against my hand, press against my hand. Brace, press against my hand, press against my hand.
Ankle strength, 5 out of 5 bilaterally. Palpate the soft tissues, bones, and joints of the feet and toes. Metatarsals, plantar fascia,
Okay.
MTP, PIP, DIP, joint spaces, and phalanges.
Okay, so let's start from the top. So metatarsals, remember, make sure you get each one. There's 5 in each, right? So metatarsals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the next one?
Plantar fascia.
Plantar fascia next? Okay. Plantar fascia. And make sure you start at the base of the heel here, or the insertion point, and take it all the way down to the end. Okay, next.
MTP.
Okay. MTP, 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 MTP. Next.
PIP.
So PIP, 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 IP. Next.
DIP.
DIP's next. DIP, 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 and DIP.
Joint spaces.
Joint spaces. Then what's next?
And phalanges.
And phalanges. So this is the part where the toes get a little bit. So phalange, when you phalange, 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 and phalange. Then I would say
Switch sides.
switch sides. Same thing. MTPs are first.
Metatarsals.
Sorry, metatarsals. I did say MTPs. Thanks for the correction. And the tarsals.
Plantar fascia.
Plantar fascia. Next.
MTP.
TP. PIP.
PIP.
PIP. PIP. PIP. IP.
DIP.
DIP. DIP. DIP.
Joint
DIP.
spaces.
Joint spaces. And then phalanges.
Phalanges, yes, sir.
Phalange. 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 And phalange.
No bony enlargements, masses, tenderness, or soft tissue swelling bilaterally.
Okay.
Assess passive range of forefoot, inversion, eversion.
Okay, so this is where the one where we have to stabilize the heel of the calcaneus, right? So you're gonna grab here, grab, stabilize. You can grab here. If you can get your whole hand around, it's even better. But you want to make sure you have full control so the calcaneus does not move. And then you're gonna. Then I say,
Full passive. No, that can't be right.
yep,
Yeah, full,
because I'm doing it.
Oh,
full
right.
passive range of bilateral.
Full passive range of motion without pain bilaterally.
Okay. Next.
Assess active range of motion of the toes, flexion, extension.
So, sir, go ahead and curl your toes downwards, and then spread them out. Okay. That would say full active range of motion of the toes bilaterally,
Without pain bilaterally.
without pain bilaterally.
Evaluate muscle strength of great toes, flexion, extension.
Okay. Sir, go ahead and lift up against my thumb, and then press down against my finger. Very good. Same thing, lift up against my thumb, and press down against my thumb.
Great toe strength, 5 out of 5 bilaterally. And I believe that's it. That's all I have.
Spine.
So one thing,
Now you guys can kind of go ahead and spread back out now, because I'm going to give you guys some more space to see all of this. Okay. So spine.
Spine.
Yep. Go ahead and come to the table. You'll have your patient come to the table here, and you're going to take a look at their spine.
Inspect soft tissues and joint alignment.
So look at the joint spine. Look at the soft tissues. Right? You know what I'm going to say?
No deformity of the spine, shoulders, scapulae, and iliac height are symmetrically aligned, and there is no swelling, atrophy, or discoloration.
So, next step.
Palpate spinous process.
So, we're going to start at the base of the skull. So, walking down the spine so you don't miss anything. Don't make your palpation too wide. Make sure you are hitting everything. And then you're going to stop here at the coccyx. Sorry.
No step-off deformity or tenderness of spinous process. Palpate paravertebral.
Paravertebral. Yeah, you're right. Paravertebral muscles. So you want to start once again at the base of the skull, and then just walk everything down. So your paravertebral muscles are going to be all the muscles on the sides of the spine, the midline spine, right?
Now, do we have to verbalize what we're doing?
Yes.
You do?
Verbalize what you're doing. Yes.
Okay.
And you're going to walk it all the way down yet again.
No swelling, heat, or tenderness of soft tissues. Assess active range of motion of the lumbar spine. Flexion, extension, lateral bend, rotation.
Okay. So go ahead and step out over here. And then most of you guys are this way. You got it. So once again, step to the side. Go ahead and put your feet together. I want you to go ahead and bend down, touch your toes. Go ahead and come
sure
back
their
up.
legs stay straight, because we're testing the lower lumbar. So we're gonna try to cheat and like bend and touch the ground. Don't let them cheat.
Keep them as straight as possible. Come up.
If your patient
bend
does
back, bend back.
cheat, then you need to correct them. So how he did, say, nope, keep your legs straight.
And then I want you to go ahead and rotate to your right. Rotate to your left. Very good. Come back to your neutral position. Take your right hand and slide it on the side of your leg to your right knee. And I want you to do the same thing on the opposite side.
And this is where you guys like to cheat too and go like that. Make sure if they do that, you correct them. Say keep your legs straight.
Yes.
But you did it right.
So,
Full active range of motion without pain. And that concludes spine.
easy. All right.
And make sure, so
No.
Stucky kind of did it on his own.
Sure.
But turn around for me.
What do you do?
So go ahead and tell your patient just to brace.
Oh.
So then,
I told
oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, I missed it then. So he did 2. It's not wrong. I usually just do that because I use the pads of my fingers. So I'm holding them, I'm pressing down, I'm really pressing into it so I can see if there are in fact any spinous process deformities. And going all the way down, so same thing here. And then you're really pressing. Anytime we palpate, we like to use the pads of our 3 fingers here, because that's going to give you the most sensation and you're going to cover the most amount of soft tissues.
to clarify your question, sir, what you are required to verbalize is after you perform the physical exam is all the verbiage on that right column. Anything that is in bold on the left column, you will have to verbalize as you do it.
Okay.
Those are the only required verbiage that you have.
If it helps you, because there are people who it helps like saying what they're doing instead of like having it in your head.
Alright, cool.
So if you, because that's what I like how I did mine. So like, okay, like now I'm going to palpate the spinous process, and then go down. Okay, now I'm palpating the soft or the paravertebral muscles. So if it helps you to say it, you're not going to get docked for that. If it helps you to remember it.
Right.
You'll
because
still
the
have
more
to
you
say the verbiage in the right column after that.
Right. So whenever you're saying something, you're doing something, you want to pair it with some type of verbiage, right? So for instance, if you did something and you didn't say something, you can't give you credit. I saw that you did it. I know what you're doing, but you need to say it. That way we know that you know what you're doing, what you're looking for, you're verbalizing, or what you're palpating. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, and also to clarify one more thing, because I always get this question at some point from somebody or several somebodies. So let's say you're on line item 74. You perform that examination, but you forget to do one side. If you say the verbiage before remembering, oh, I forgot to palpate the whatever on the hand. But you already said the verbiage for that report for that line item 74, and you moved on to line item 75, you have to repeat all of line 74. Does that make sense? Your exam and your verbiage need to be married together.
So if you miss
So you
half
can't-
of it, you have to go back and redo the whole thing.
Correct.
So remember when I
Yeah,
was
that makes
born and I
sense.
didn't do the tendon sheet? If I report it out without doing both tendon sheets, that's not gonna be any credit. But if I go back and
Okay.
say, oh, I forgot to do tendon sheets, okay, let me start again. I'll do everything on the left, tendon sheet, everything on the right, tendon sheet. Now you report out.
So you
Now
miss
you
half,
get
you
credit
do
for
the
that.
whole thing over.
If you miss half, you do the whole thing over. If you miss one thing on there and you don't do it, you report out, then you would have to do the whole thing.
Start over. Okay.
And then the right column, you have to say it verbatim.
Yes.
Verbatim.
In the
So we
order.
give you the acronyms and write it out.
Right.
And
So
the reason
verbatim
we
in the
say-
exact same order,
Yeah,
like
and
there's
the
no
reason
ifs,
that
ands,
we
or buts about
say
it.
verbatim is the more you say it, the more you're gonna get it in your brain. When you guys start making up other words for things, like you'll say redness instead of erythema, or whatever it is, it might mean the same thing, swelling instead of edema, then you'll miss stuff, because it's not in
Fair.
that like BMTS.
I guess what I meant more was like, does it have to be in the exact same
No, I think
order?
it doesn't be the same exact same order. If you give us every word on that line, we're fine. If you say erythema, blah, 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 as long as you have all the words, you're fine. It doesn't have to be directly.
Unless
Okay.
the rearranging of the words change the meaning of what you're saying.
True.
I have run into that before. So midline uvula is one particular place where if you mix those words up, and you haven't gotten there yet, you mix those words up, you actually change what it's trying to say.
Okay.
Some words are important.
Right. Yes, sir, Barnes.
If we like say like what the acronyms are in the beginning, are we allowed to just use the acronyms for the rest of them?
It's just for us, it's a memory tool for you guys.
Right.
And that's why saying it in that order every single time, then if you miss something, it's gonna sound weird, and you're gonna catch yourself.
Correct.
And so that's why there's kind of a method to all of the madness, and we try to set you guys up for success with that. So when you start adding variations in on things, then that's when stuff